Hey, welcome back to He Doesn't Waste a Thing. You know, all of these podcasts, whether they're video podcasts or audio podcasts, are here and they're designed to help you remember that God doesn't waste a single day of our life if we embrace Him. He doesn't waste anything, no matter what it looks like, what your life looks like right now, what you've come from, or where you're going. God doesn't waste anything. I'm doing this video outside of my backyard. And if you look in my backyard, you can tell that it's winter in Oklahoma. The grass is brown. The trees don't have leaves. There's like a few little green things trying to come to life. But the truth is, for the most part, it doesn't look like much is happening. That's really not true. Do you know what? A lot of things are happening. The ground is beginning to bring forth the new season. We're just a few weeks out here in Oklahoma from the new season, from spring, and everybody loves spring. Everybody loves the blossoms and the beautiful flowers and the trees, right? Everybody thinks spring is the best ever. Well, you know what? If we're not careful, we'll miss what God has for us in the winter times of life because we're always anticipating the spring times of our life. You know, I've been through some really dark times. I'm 54 years old. And for a long time, I felt like my life was in the winter. For a long time, I felt like my life was dormant. I had all these big dreams inside of me, and yet I couldn't seem to see any of them beginning to come to pass. And many times I talked to God about how old I was, like He didn't know, like somehow my age had escaped His notice. And yet, I never saw move forward what I had in my heart. And I wondered, when is it my turn, God? Am I going to live in the winter season of my life forever? Is my life and the dreams that I have going to just pass me by? And you know what? The truth is, God spoke to me in those times. The truth is, God grew me in those times. He solidified the foundation of my life in those times. You know what? In the dark times, I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a 20-year marriage that ended in divorce. I've gone through 2 children who struggled with drug addiction. I've gone through, the loss of both my parents. I've gone through some stuff that didn't work right. But you know what? It's in those times when I really began to press into God that I began to realize that He was there, that He had never left me, that He didn't leave me all alone, and I wasn't just on my own trying to muddle my way through what was going on in my life. God was with me. And now that I'm in a different season in my life and new things are starting and I'm seeing a lot of life and birth in my life and in my family and in my ministry. A lot of things are happening right now. But what I realize even in these moments is that God was utilizing all of those winter times in my life to help me be rooted and grounded and have a foundation I needed so I could sustain the things that He was giving me right now. Where are you at? Are you in winter? Hang on. Spring's coming. But don't waste the winter wondering and wishing and hoping for what's coming. Those are good things. They're not bad things. But don't let it be the only thing that drives you. Get with God right now in this what seems to be the dormant time of your life, and ask Him, what do you want to teach me? What can I know about this time? How can I build my foundation so it's firm and it's unshakable? And when you bring the good things next, the springtime comes, then I can be able to sustain them. I encourage you, seek God right now in whatever season you're in. If you're in a summer season and it's work, 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 and it feels like it's, hot and tiresome, work anyway, but see what God has for you. If you're in a spring season and you're enjoying birth and new birth and rebirth and all of those things in your life, embrace them and enjoy them and see where God is in them. If you're in winter, look for God. He's there. One thing I've discovered is God's fingerprints have always been all over my life. I just didn't see them sometimes. And you know what? I'm reminded of detectives when they're searching for fingerprints and clues. They have this dust and they dust things for they dust items and walls and doors and all kinds of things for fingerprints. They're looking for clues that somebody's been there. You know what? In your life, dust your life and look for the clues that God is there. And you know what? You'll find Him. God is in every part of your life. God is in every season of your life, and he doesn't waste a thing. So until next time, go look for his fingerprints. Go enjoy and embrace the season that you're in, and look for everything God has for you there.